Rachel. Florence is in Iowa, but is quite very much on the ground. So you've talked about what we should what. For me, my advertising to members was what is our readiness, and we should ascertain the readiness we have in terms of how have we mobilized. If you can speak in that way, how many have we registered? I think I will talk more about food because I've been in the general committee meeting and just give you thoughts so that we are in the same understanding of what is happening. Yeah, and of course roles. I would request you that the members very present on this call, we should straight away be allocated those roles. For instance, you talked of a role of a guest list. If I can have somebody to just follow it up so that, because to tell you the truth, I'm almost burning up as a person, following up everything. But if I knew that maybe Sarah Muzaki is in charge of that list, or Rachel, but with me also, because we are combining using community, we are not looking at only Bamasaba, but people who are our friends to be interested. Each time I post on our community, Kadodi, people get very interested, come in my inbox, and I'm like, I now need to engage so that they actually realize the attendance. One of the things that members will be sharing openly is about our responsiveness as a general committee, not sharing what we need. About 3 people have complained. We've asked non-stop about the flyer to advertise Namuka convention in vain. Nobody responds. And I also felt I've used the drumming of Florencia, and people are now tired. We need something more other than the boat cruise, which David is also vigorously, advertising. We need something, some flyer. Yeah. I think that is it. I'm glad you've talked about the venue. So we are set. I hope members who call Eliki Grove, a place which most of us are familiar because we've been there. So we need to really take this as our only thing now. Hosting. If somebody maybe is coming from Uganda and they have issues, we are not going to call on Namakola as a president to help. It is us who are in Chicago who know how we can help. Yeah. As a matter of guidance, I will ask you, Chris, to really, especially on identifying those business community things with David, because David really even pledged he was going to do that. That role, much as a good number of us are also connected, especially Emma. Emma is also connected in the community in Chicago. We can be able to interest people. Yeah, I also don't want to to appear like I'm finishing the time, but I wanted just to make you know that some of the things that have already come concern the flyer. I don't know how you're going to handle that, but allow other members to point out so that you answer once.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be specific. Each of these members who are here have input.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wale beriokundi uli ni kisakana kukanika namwe nilemo Florence was members come in.
Actually, as people are still, organizing themselves, for me, I had already thought about should they, especially touring, I know Iowa is just close to us, and Florence and Frank had actually pledged that we could use that university at Iowa, maybe our team that are coming. I don't know whether that's very far, but it is something that we would ask you to guide. It seems we had good connections there than what I know in Chicago, but Chicago people are here. We can also still talk about in case education as an issue would interest our people. For instance, I'm thinking if Umukuka comes, they would wish to go to the museum or these different things so that they learn, as Bogisu, team that are coming. But Florencia would maybe make a comment on that as we wait for other people to speak up.
Okay. Valid. Okay. While you gather your thoughts, let me quickly talk about the flyer. I think we have enough flyers. Florencia made, I think, 2 or 3 flyers. I made more than 4 flyers, and I think I've seen Halima post those flyers quite a lot. So if members don't have those flyers in a group, even in this group, that Chicago group, I think I posted quite a number of flyers there. I'm surprised that we don't have those flyers.
Maybe now you just send them on our local, that group of local convention. Because about 3 people have been asking for them from me. And for me, I know the one of the boat cruise. I'm using the one of Florence when she's dancing Kadodi. Which other is there? They also said they have inconsistency. Some are talking over the other hotel which we left. I think we just need to look through and have harmonized flyer run, and all of us are owning and sharing it.
Okay, since Florence is here, she's going to help us to make a new set of flyers. I will also try to make the flyer, to make a new flyer, or maybe edit an old one, whatever. And we will also ask, I think there are 3 of us who are making flyers. I think we'll ask Halima with her team in the marketing to give us a flyer. Let me just send her a message right now while we're still here.
Yeah, and the other thing on the flyer was, I think there's information on the website. Maybe let Rachel bring this out, because I got some information from Rachel, which I'm sure she could bring it out very clearly. But I think some people reached out to her, and it's a question like, what is on the flyer is not what we know as the local group.
Okay.
So would you like to speak up?
Hello.
Muzash.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Yes, Bonnie.
Yeah, it's me, Bonnie Nambasa. Simanyo Barechaliho Vasaliho Tawenenga. Let me mention a thing or 2 about the flyers. Sure, we do have. First of all, Nava has them Western Amachnyala. Yeah. So we do have a couple of flyers for sure. However, the flyers that we have in circulation are old flyers, which have the past hotels. And since then, we've moved on to Sheraton Elk Grove. The flyers that are available that in circulation or that we have on the websites are for Hyatt Chicago, Hyatt Regency Chicago, and Hyatt Place in Magnificent Mile. So the one that those are old flyers, which are, to me, I deem them misleading, because if we're telling people there is NAMCA and then we have a flyer that says a Hyatt Regency Chicago, someone might be prompted to book, let's say, or perhaps even book the one in Magnificent Mile, Chicago, and that's like a whole hour away, or maybe 30 minutes away from the correct venue. So that, I think that needs to be corrected.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why the problem is. Sorry.
I've made that note to correct those dates, and Florencia is here as well. She has taken note because she also been helping us to design those flyers.
Yes, then Nishishindi, Mayo Florence are mentioning about our awareness in the community. The reason why I think we need to increase our awareness and make and keep on reminding members. For example, in one of our Chicago communities, on their annual events calendar, they have a date saved for NAMCA. However, we as the NAMCA organizers are not playing our part, and yet there's a date set for us. Someone asked me, I was like, yeah, it's like, I was like, okay, we'll work on that. We'll get to you guys. So pretty much if we have folks saved up a date for an event that we are responsible for, I think we should also try so hard to make sure, like, to encourage them to come around, so that, since it's already on the calendar. So that's why I kind of emphasize when we collectively need to increase our awareness to the community.
Okay, makes sense.
I can see Emma has put up the hand. Please let him speak.
Yes, please.
Emma, can you cook?
I don't see a hand on my side.
Okay, I think that is it. I'm not sure why Rachel is not speaking, but anyway, she was sharing with Sarah, and Sarah is also quiet. But I think that's okay. Let's proceed.
Rachel is listening in, really. We are using the same phone. I personally have not been.
Yeah, I was requesting her to
meeting. So do you have some explanation? No, I can't speak. I'm driving. Rachel is actually driving. That's
all
why.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, at least she's here anyway. She's listening in.
Yes, I would request you, our chair, that we make some clear, resolution on roles, because you enumerated the different areas, which I also noted here, so that buli mundu abe amanyari person who runs the local committee, but so and so is doing this. It will be more, solid for us to gather more information on the different roles that you enumerated here. For instance, already we know the hotel has been secured. We have to finalize on the issue of food so that we get those people, and they will feed in with the general committee, heads, because as a convention, we are like helping from on the ground, but working with somebody in the general, committee. So if we can have somebody maybe in charge of these different things, it would help us, especially me, who is reaching every individual here. And then also expected to report in the general meeting. Maybe you help us to coordinate that.
Okay, Emma says he's unable to unmute. I think there is a problem with technology, but he's listening in.
I think it's okay right now. It's fine. I can. Yeah, sorry for that. I had technical problem, but I'm listening.
I thought it's only Florence, who holds Dollar Tree phones.
Yes, and to note also, Papa David Matanda has actually come on, and I had already mentioned about him, and they wanted to just repeat so that maybe he can also guide on the issue of the different, guest list we expect to drive, and specifically looking at the business community, the local leadership here. Maybe he could help us in case he also needs somebody to run along with him. Yeah, if you have
Can
some
I?
other person you're doing something with.
Mr. President,
Yes.
sorry, Ngobole, and I'm also driving though. Lenga, I just wanted to chip in, which is just my Florence Amakuloma about delegation of duty in Chicago. I think it would be on them to know who can be capable of doing what. Lokubanga abo bayimanya bamenya wonyene balini bibitu byose bakolereko wonyene kale bone bandu kuyedere when it comes to things of delegations of duties, cause the Kenya na Oklahoma na buliro mutuli Chicago ita wekalukolebe transport da, and yet maybe transport is someone else's strength. Oba wekalukolero tida kale atimbere nombe timu ye Chicago kucho chinyenecho we organizing, you know each other's strengths and allocate delegate duties, and then we shall work alongside you people, if that helps.
Yeah, that is exactly, through you, Chair, that is exactly, I think, what we have just mentioned, that we constitute ourselves today, and we know who is following up what, and we know ourselves. I know Bonnie is very good he has the network of this, city. So we can be able to know what role he can take up. We know who Emma is when it comes to the federal, area there. We know the capacity of David. So I think you've just said what we said. We need to be coordinated when you're here, and you bless us to know what role am I doing on food, for instance. I will update on that. So that thank you very much for emphasizing. Maybe we hear Papa David.
Before we go to, are we done with, because now I have Emma asking a question. Is there any plan to meet in person in Chicago soon? I thought the first few minutes we could ask if you members still have questions before we go to response, because responsibilities are going to take us pretty much the bigger part. Are still there any questions that members have, or can we agree to move forward to the next agenda yet of now assigning responsibility?
For me, I have a question. First of all, we said about the guests to come here to the University of Iowa. What do you guys think? Is it something that we can do, or which is past?
I will answer that question not on behalf of the local committee, but I will tell you that right now we need any place that we can take our guests, because we don't have any yet. Yes, we have a few places we are looking at. We have some community in Wisconsin, Michigan, something like that. Yeah, but we still not confirmed yet. So, and it's not a university. And I know in Iowa, we're looking at the University of Iowa. So
correct.
If we still have it on board, we can organize just for hours. We can drive there.
Okay, yeah, because we already sent an email.
Continue on US 14 West for 1 mile.
We already sent an email to them, but we wanted to confirm if it's something we want to do. And also, we wanted to know, Are we going to decorate the place, or is the hotel going to decorate?
That's a good question. Are we going to decorate or not? I think we can answer that question collectively. I don't know the people who negotiated the venue. Are we allowed to do that?
Well, this same hotel, like I mentioned, we have used it. And I see David unmuting. I think let him speak. Yeah. Papa David, can you speak into that?
Bali banabakesile mwanya chose na simoloho. First of all, I would like to apologize for the late coming. Been having another commitment. Regarding decorations, we are allowed. Because what the hotel does, they will do the setup. They do basic things like put tablecloths on the table, put some bases on the tables. And the tablecloth they use, it's black. I think it's a color for Sheraton here. So another decoration is, yes, we are allowed, but the only thing that I don't know, are we going to have a decorator or we are going to have some volunteers? The question remains there. So I think that's all about decorations, but I'll be able to answer any other questions. Thank you.
Yeah,
okay, so
I think let me speak about the decor.
Florencia is going to decorate.
Is that what she's saying?
No. I didn't say I was going to. I was just wondering to know if it is included in the package or not, because I think it will be nice for the place to look also like decent, But I was not sure because it has never been mentioned in our previous meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to confirm that what David has just mentioned, we locally can, if we actually had people who can volunteer. I see many people in the community who can do it. So it is something that we shall maybe liaise with the membership, the general membership. There are people who can say we can, but from the experience which I saw there, this hotel, after doing everything, you have to you have to clean up. So we would rather be safe and maybe put aside maybe $50 for somebody to really take a charge than to say we get volunteers after the whole day, then we leave everything. It might, reflect badly on us as a team. Yeah, but I have about 3 people here in Chicago. Actually, one who did for us for Xmas, which will look, good. So it will be taken care of. But I appreciate maybe as we look at the roles, that should be one of the things we allocate somebody to follow up.
Okay. There is still Emma's question. Are we still going to meet in person? Is there a plan?
Emma has asked that question, and really I would ask the people who are here who are in Chicago. First of all, I'm very grateful to some of you who have really come up. I asked about 15 people, and you see the handfulness of people who are on the call. People are busy. If really need be that we meet, we have to. It means we have to. So this same question, we can answer it even on our chat, or we say, I think now we need to meet. Otherwise, it would be good for us to physically meet.
The reason why I asked this question, it's because even if few people decided to meet, we can drive anywhere that you guys want. I wanted to see if I can do marketing videos as we wait. Like I wanted to do some like short videos, short films, short interviews, and then we start saturating out. It might also help to reach out to different kind of population that we are looking to have. That's the reason why I wanted to say for any in-person meeting is planned for future.
Yeah,
Actually, I actually support Emma's idea.
Yeah.
I know with Namco I've not been doing this, but for marketing and also for for POS, what he said about the team meeting at the venue, I can also organize that, because all conventions that I've been in, the leadership, volunteers usually come and meet at the venue and do some some marketing, and also show cause of the place, show some pictures. It shows some seriousness, and also to put it excites people that indeed this convention is going to be good. They're going to be organized. People are motivated with just the appearance, the PR part of it. So I think I'll concur with the Emma. If we can have, I can organize that. I can work around with Emma and organize that, and we do some PR, and make some videos that will go out.
Okay. That sounds good to us. So Emma, do we members all agree? Can we come up with an action plan on that one?
Yes, Chair. Let me coordinate it so that we know who will be available when. Because me as a person, I hadn't thought it in this, kind of going to the venue, but we have a person who helps us to do videos also here, who informs us what is happening where. I had booked him just to speak about Namuka, and then make a short call and appeal to members to register and so on. So maybe the action we can do is let's continue to talk about it on our chat. Then we coordinate who will be available when, so that we meet with David, Emma, and others who will be available. We go to
let me chip in.
the Sheraton Hotel.
My Soviet. Wabone, I think what is happening between what Emma had said and what you're saying, that's why we need to take advantage of this meeting and delegate responsibilities.
Yeah.
Because now the two of you were doing the same thing, but because there was no communication and there's something so I would appreciate so much. I'm going to be off like for 5 minutes, kuingira mu hotel, then I'll get back on again. Nenga nirembere kumanya njeri yeku. I know at the end of this meeting, I think we need to do that delegation. But remember, the delegation of duties can't come from us. It cannot come from the president or me. It has to come from you people, because now you know who can do what. So we shall just be there probably as observers, and then we share through those delegations. Kumanya kuti na lukukolacho, lukukolacho. Mr. President, Bobo not here now.
Yes. So my suggestion was going to be that this meeting decides when the local community is going to sit, so that we just don't leave things in the abstract. We talk about it. Yes, we need, but we need to have an action plan.
Yeah.
So when are we going to meet and where? Can members here suggest?
I can see. Let Rachel speak. Rachel is speaking, please.
No, I second what the chairman is also saying here. Because if we keep saying we will meet again and talk about it, there might not be time for that. Let's decide it now, and we know that is there. So we go on something else.
Can you propose? Because for me, what I had proposed is to find out again from us when can we meet? Because the resolution is already taken, we have to meet physically. But who are going to be available when we say, because we can't just take it now here and say, let's meet tomorrow, Thursday. It has to be on our chat where we are. And
No,
we say how many people,
everyone
are available.
Yeah, everyone on the local committee is right here. I believe most of us, we are here. We can decide on when to meet.
So when can we meet? Maybe we make a proposal. Papa David, let me begin with you, because I know when you go to the hotel, we can squeeze our way out. When are you available so that we meet and do these voices in an organized way?
Available like on the weekends or available on the weekdays?
Those are some of the things I felt we brainstorm.
Let's make it easy and simple. Which day are you available?
How about my just random suggestion? How about instead of asking someone when we are available, why don't we come up and say, okay, maybe weekends are possibility is people are available on the weekends, other than thinking weekday or weekday. Let's come up and say, okay, maybe the first weekend of March, we're all coming up and we do this thing, because honestly, we haven't had any much communication as a local community.
I am looking at the calendar.
So yes, all right. So let's come up with a tentative day. That way, everyone is organized per day, per that day, and we get things rolling. I think we're running out of time, and we're still debating on the basics. Things should be
I'm most likely going to be in Chicago over the next weekend. Is it possible
17th?
that I can meet a few people next weekend?
17th?
Personally, next weekend.
President.
17th is a Saturday, and
Sunday is 18th.
Yeah. Do we want to meet on 18th, Papa David?
I would love the like, I think Chris he's saying he's coming next weekend.
Most likely I might be in Chicago over the weekend on the weekend of 18th, next weekend.
Yeah, can we go with his time frame when he's here?
What do you mean next weekend?
That is
Sunday and Saturday.
First of all, that is motivation right there. The president it should motivate us to make sure that we try to sacrifice. I know we all have obligations and all that. But even if you can chip in for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes and then you leave, it will make a very, very big impact. Kumanya kuti chitu chesi mubereyo mwaganikireeko mwogesereko bitu nga president ali atyo. It's going to make
Saturday or Sunday?
A lot.
No, I'll most likely be there across the weekend, but I will confirm. I'll most likely confirm on Monday in a texting whether actually I will make it or not, but I'll confirm that on Monday. For now, I know I'm going to be in Chicago, but anything can happen.
Okay. So we are saying, I'm just going to continue reminding us every day, but with the confirmation that you'll be in Chicago over the weekend.
I've even failed to go to the hotel. Okay, let's now delegate responsibilities. Then from responsibilities, there will be a chain of events, a chain of command to know who is peer leading what, so that whenever we're making plans for the president to come over, there's someone. He doesn't even need to talk to everybody. Then coordinating, then that person locally coordinates the rest of the team, and we make sure that we are there at the venue, wherever we have agreed to meet. So manya kali kukole kuve delegations duties.
Yeah, let me just remind us on what we need to allocate roles. Marketing. We talked of the guest list and the business community here. And then we talked about finalizing on the menu and food. And then the boat cruise, we need serious, in charge there.
Updated
Yeah.
information.
So those are about 4.
Ni
So we are talking about
following
food,
up
we are
ni
talking
hoteli
about
yene, decorations.
marketing. Yes, decoration also. Number 5, decoration.
I think we are
So
looking
maybe
at
we go one
more.
by one. We start with the marketing. Who should
Can
be
I
in charge?
excuse me? I'm
Mr. Boni Alkuloma something.
Yeah, I'm thrown off. I don't know what are we talking about. Are we talking about coordinating the president's coming so we meet, or are we talking about the roles that we'll be doing after? What are we talking about right now? Who roles is she now?
No, the roles
of
we are talking about the roles that we are going to do, not even after, starting from tonight.
Yeah.
We are going to take on responsibilities and we start implementing them effective immediately.
Decoration, menu, venue.
Florence, just 1 second. Because someone was asking the question, I want to be sure that we have answered the question.
We have understood what we are doing.
Yeah.
Maybe
so guys, and the president coming or the chairperson coming is not the key element of our meeting. The meeting, the president will just happen to be there and attend. The most important thing is for us to meet and talk about these things. So if members are not comfortable, let it not be because the president is coming over the weekend. So let us meet.
We must. It's a
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
I believe the reason as to why you want to delegate or give everybody their roles is because you want, by the time you come, everyone has something to report. Like, okay, I was supposed to do this. This is what I found out, or this is what is happening, or here's where I've reached. Isn't that the reason?
If you do that, you fall a situation.
That would be great.
You run a risk of whitewashing. You run a situation where
that is right. Yes.
Yes, you run a situation where people are doing something because they want to impress a guest. I've done it myself as a homeowner where I clean the living room because I'm expecting someone.
We are doing roles for running the convention to move smoothly,
correctly,
but not for the president coming to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I was trying to say. I'm not saying we are giving roles because the president of NAMC is coming, but I'm saying by the time you come, we have something to report all together. Like, we are going to have a meeting there, right? We're not just going to see the place, but we have something to discuss all together.
I think that is
okay. Let me guide the meeting a little bit. Wabone, the president is coming to Chicago is a by the way. The key thing is for you guys to schedule and have a meeting, regardless of what president and is of a cow. However, by the time the president comes, if there's some good news to discuss with him or share with him and seek more guidance, that's perfect. We shall go with that. But for now, our main thing is making a sure to local committee, Chicago, you're meeting in person, and I've had some things to address and handle. So, like, for example, if the meeting is next weekend, how much will you have achieved by next weekend? It may be so little. So you shouldn't be on pressure to do something that is going not to be viable. Inyanga ike concentrating ku assigning duties manye kuti na yali kuyeda muchi oyali kuyeda muchi oyali kuyeda muchi oyali kuyeda muchi. Then as we go along, like I said, effective tonight, kumanya kutinga, if we were trying to do this, we need to talk to Emma, because I do not want us to get in a situation where my Suvi is working on videos and the marketing, and then Emma is also working on videos and marketing at the same time, and we didn't know, like we just happened right now in the meeting. So let's delegate duties tonight, but these duties are not putting you under any pressure of accounting to the president when he comes. However, what should be important to you is to make sure that you come up with a time to meet as a local committee. Then, if the president decides to be there at the time of the meeting, share that meeting with you, and then we can share some good thoughts at the time. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for the clarification. I think we are asking all of these good questions just for us to be sure of what we are agreeing. The point taken is that we meet physically on a weekend, and we are saying it will be confirmed, but tentatively the next weekend, which is the 17th or 18th. So I think for me, my role is just to remind us on the charts that we are meeting physically, and also following up whether if David went to the hotel with Emma, whether there would be other people. So I think that point is now well taken. So I appreciate the person who is also trying to, streamline what we should look at in terms of committee, subcommittee. Marketing is number one. Maybe I would ask you, Chair, that we have people volunteer, but if they don't, me, I'm already volunteering in the heart if people were not going to come up. So I see him showing about 6 of them. Maybe we get guided with those, and then we seriously from tonight start knowing that I'm now following up all of this. So maybe we could say who should be our marketeer really seriously from tonight, so that when we need the flyer or whatever it takes for us to market, the person is there. Emma, don't you think you are the best here?
I really don't know, but I would love to be. Someone can choose to be in more than one committees if they have capacity. But if that is what we are going to choose, we may choose this based on the expertise and the experiences, what the person is good in it. So with that, I can be on the committee for marketing because I have cameras, I have skills on
You head
editing.
marketing, please. Yeah. And you guide us what more do we need to market this thing up to conclusion.
Then that has to happen when we meet in person first. Because that's my interest.
Yeah. So Chair, what we have started, Emma is the leading us there in the marketing. I don't know who else wants to, volunteer to work that with him.
Mr. President.
But we also have
other
committees.
Interesting to up and down.
I am writing, that's why I'm able to read them, Chairperson.
Kali, that is so helpful.
Yeah. I see Rachel had the volunteer the Bonnie, but I'm requesting that Bonnie could maybe take on the transportation just to start planning how shall we go by identifying the means of transport we shall be using, during the convention, and establishing how many of us have cars maybe here who can be able to help in the guests, and then all of those other things. We need a serious person who understands this area. And I am volunteering Bonnie to take on that big role.
Yeah, Bono.
Sometimes silence is consent.
You are not a
And Chair, I'm moving very fast, Papa David, on the list of the business community and the people we wish to approach immediately to attend our convention. We could request him to spearhead on that and keep us, informing us. Maybe the mayor will come. When people also in the community know who is going to be in this function, they get motivated. Mamas are attracting important people, and I know David understands that area very well. The business community and the guest list for here mainly. Of course, you shall also be updated on the general list, but we need to know who are the important people, the business people here who can be part of the convention. I wish we were clapping. Bonnie accepted because I can see him saying.
No, actually,
Papa David will also say something.
let me deliberate on that, and I'll come up with my final conclusions in our next meeting, our next local meeting. Reason why we also still have a pending assignment that I was given, and I still want answers from us, and it's still pending. So before we jump on to the next role, I think we'll have to kind of get a few things out of the way first. But I'll deliberate on it, and we'll discuss it in our next upcoming meeting.
Okay, so that is being noted, but still we could get another person just to add on with the Bonnie. And Bonnie, we had asked him on entertainment. I am glad he's in a conversation with in charge Rahman. I am volunteering myself on the issue of food. I follow up. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, man, I can see you talking. I don't want to speak when you're speaking. Yes, that I follow up on food. I already have slides on it to ensure that we have real, proper Bamasaba food happen. And we have that opportunity. When we looked at the contract, the hotel has some meals it will give us, but these others, we want to use the most minimum, and effective option so that we don't strain so much on our guests. So I will give more information when it comes to food. I think Papa David would also advise on the drinks, but what I know, this hotel doesn't allow in alcohol. So allowing us to bring in alcohol.
Drinks, of course, we like.
Maybe he can speak about it.
In the hall, of course, the rules are rules. It doesn't matter what state you stay. The rule is, if you are serving alcohol, you must be a bartender, licensed. Why? Because they look out for people who have drunk enough and they cannot serve them anymore. 2, for your safety reasons, so that to make sure everybody or the organizer of the event is covered. Just in case somebody drinks from the bar, you serve him alcohol, and then gets into an accident, it becomes a liability. So that's why the hotel really emphasizes, and you sign a contract with them, we even sign a waiver that you are not going to serve alcohol. But when you serve, you are serving at your own risk. And if someone wants to buy alcohol, there's a bar there. If you have a room, buy alcohol and take to your room. You can pour your alcohol from the room and come with it where?
Okay.
To the venue. But soft drinks, we can bring.
So, Chairperson, I'm going to gather more. Sorry. I think I'll gather more information from David so that when we are in the general meeting, then I'll inform the general convention meeting about food and
alcohol
and the drinks, not only alcohol, and the drinks. But if you don't mind, I would also still ask Rachel to coordinate around the decoration. I'm trying to propose people just Rachel to be in charge and coordinate the deco. I think this brings us to the boat cruise. Maybe we get some update before we allocate another person other than Papa David. The boat cruise.
Has the deco accepted?
We said
Now,
silence is consent.
No. Mai, so you said you know people who do the really well. I don't know those people. So I
When
don't
I
think
know
I'm
Rachel, you know. You will get to me that you are in charge.
No.
I will show you where to go.
Mai, are you imposing?
I'm not imposing, but
Are
Rachel
you
knows, that's
borrowing
why she's laughing.
Museveni's leave of
No,
doing
I
game?
think
No,
since you know those people, please.
no. Yeah, man. It is done. She knows we shall what. I will go for
Anyway,
her.
I'm going to interrupt
Yeah.
for some of the failures that we got so far. First of all, you know, I don't know whether you, Bama Saba, know Indiru. Indiru is a big consumer of Masaba coffee. Okay? I don't think even he has an idea that we have a convention coming to Chicago. All conventions that come to Chicago, we always have a trip to Indiru, and or even for him coming to the hotel and set up coffee stations and other Masaba, art crafts where people can buy. Sometimes he gives out for free. He's one of the very, very important person that we have left out. Two, we talked about universities. Of course, we have not, there are so many Bamasaba here whom I know who are lecturers in universities here in Illinois. Nobody has approached them. They would be, and in fact, we would have invited them into the meetings, and we request they lead that capacity of us either. Are we going to visit any universities? Are we going to invite anybody from the universities? Are we going to invite a mayor of the city that we are holding the convention? Are there letters? All that PR is all in question. So let's focus on those areas as well, apart from only preparation. Because these people need time. They need time, they need to be informed early so that they can get you on their calendar. Or in case they are occupied on that day, they can flex for any other day within the convention. That's my input. Thank you.
Chairperson.
Yeah.
I have made my proposal, which was already made, but Papa David had not come. To tell you the truth, you are best suited to help us on behalf of Namuka to make that lineup, because I've been asked by the chair of the convention to come up with a picture of what we want to do during the convention. Whom do we need in the convention? Because we have a theme we are speaking into. And we want that theme to be meaningful. Who culture, who can language, and how it influences development. When we are not having different, speakers coming from the different, places to inform us. So I am humbly requesting you to take up that role, and you advise Namuka, because one, you really are best suited.
That issue,
yeah,
Chelsea Baba David Amakulomati, it's not something new, most especially between me, him, and the president. The only thing is that from his guidance, I think we need to emphasize its importance and also make a delegation. Then we also need to delegate who is going to be moving and running around these universities, mayor's office, the coffee gentleman, all these things, to make them aligned. Because for the invitation letters, they're just a click away. For as long as we know that someone has given us this time to come, the invitation letter will be available. Or if you prefer such that you go with the invitation letter, would you presenting there as you discuss? That is also very, very doable. What we need to do is you, the local committee again, to let us know what are your possibilities and how we can work to make sure that your life is comfortable. Because you don't, I know a lot of you, for example, kujenda from one university to another, you're burning fuel, you're doing what, and probably you need to be somewhere else doing something else. And given some of these offices, they take a lot of time. Uzakubona mayor, it may take you like 2 hours. That's your very, very valuable time. So what we want to do in the background is to support you so much. Kiringa ni President Kulomata alikweze Chicago ngezere agana kwikalako ni nanyenga muli your first meeting. It is a way of appreciating how much you people are doing for Namuka. So in any way that you want us to support some of these causes, just throw it on us. Kuna funenje. Because we already have templates. It's only changing the name.
I suggest that since the president is going to come here, possibly, of course, it's not confirmed. If he comes here, I can secure time. We drive together to a restaurant, and we'll go meet the CEO, the owner. And then the president presents the invitation and introduce the topic. Because he would already been informed. By the way, I know him personally, but he likes even in UNA, he likes being involved. Like even when we're organizing, he likes to be involved. Secondly, because he also, and is also an asset. He can link us to other, business people, and he can guide us how we can go through those roles.
And remember, we're also looking for investors into Namuka. We have projects both here and
exactly.
Home.
Yes, he's
so
very good.
Be someone that will be very instrumental.
Yeah, and of course, he always comes, even when he comes to UNA, he comes in the name of Vamasaba, Coffee from Bualasi. That's how he introduces himself. And two, I know we are talking so much. Entertainment. Let me first finish my point.
Before entertainment, I had a higher, proposal, but you have gone into details of what will be done. Can I document that David is going to help us?
No. We have to finish everything. Take this point very seriously. It's not about throwing do this. No, I'm bringing this idea so that everybody knows how the convention is organized. I've organized the convention before. I know what I'm guiding.
Yeah,
I'm giving a guide. Okay. I just throw my small points and let everybody know that.
Yes.
Then entertainment. I've talked to Sava Karim. I've worked with him before. In pulling crowds and coming to entertain us. He likes Chigisu, whatever. He has new albums in Rugisu. And I've talked to him to first hold on the album and come and launch for us. We're at Namuka. But I've requested we don't have money, but we could afford him an airline ticket. And then, I'm sorry?
Are you Uganda?
No, he's in California.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy.
Yes. I know I've worked with him before, and I've even trained a team here before. Not right now. I trained the kids in the even Bon was there. I was among the team, but he wasn't. Though he was not a kid by then, he was a youth. He was passed by the kid. Anyway, we had a team that we had organized, and they used to dance, and they would back him up to just bring that post. And he wanted also to be part, if you agree, to also be part, and he does also PR, because he also wants audience, and it's a launch of his album, of the Bama Saba album. And I told him there's no way another place are going to launch this. You launch it in in Namuka Convention is going to give it's going to give PR and also going to give us a PR,
Yeah.
you know, to bring PR to Namuka. So let's coordinate and work in part of those areas. And I think, you know, along the way, let's also have committees. Those committees, let them be even involve people from out of state, small committees. And then when you get together, we have something to present, you know, and something to present to the leadership, how far we are going, because right now we have no time left. That one I have to tell you the truth. Too simple. The time is done. I'm telling you. This time you realize we are going to be at the convention. So it's not a time like we promise we shall do this. No, we have to do it like today. If there's anything that needs to be ironed, it has to be ironed out right away. There's no more like let's wait next month, next week.
Mr. President.
Yes, please.
Kongera kuchesi David amakulu macho. Do you think we should make like umutu wesko assigning the as a responsible party for a particular delegation on the local committee Chicago, chairing each committee, for example, for media and entertainment, food, all those things, so that all the other members that we may get from other communities around the world can work under them.
I would not see a problem with that personally, but I would suggest anyone who is doing public relations should work with the board person in charge of public relations, Halima. So it's a matter of adding that person onto Halima's team, so that Halima is aware of whatever is being said and done, and she's not surprised.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to get. Actually, the point I was trying to make is that we're managing committees now, like the assigned secretaries to the committees, the entertainment, publicity, and whatever. So they retain their positions, and then whoever member from Chicago that is handling a particular activity that falls under a particular secretary, Akolagani secretary.
Akolagani secretary, that exactly. Public relations works with public relations. Entertainment will connect with entertainment, and everything else.
Perfect.
So the only thing is, when we go to a board meeting, then we should have only one person speaking and should be aware of instead of saying, I don't know what's happening, that kind of thing. So I know they said, is it Emma who is working on entertainment? Now we have information from David. We should be able to coordinate with Rahman, and Rahman puts that on his in his notes. That when we go for a board meeting, he says we have this, we have this, we have this.
My Florence and David, how do you see that?
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I like that.
Let's stick to that.
Yeah, of course, it is expected like that. Sorry, I thought David had finished talking, so I was also responding.
No, it's okay.
I'm doing writing down. That's why I wished we were very, persistent on how we were moving down the roles. But now again, we are on the general one that the people we are asking to locally coordinate have to link with the person in the general convention, whom I have been doing that role, collecting all the information from Chicago and feeding to the general group. So from my notes here, everything is clear apart from the role on the boat cruise, and then the business community, like I proposed. I think David has taken that up. and we know whom to contact when we are doing every role that we are trying to represent NAMUCA effectively on the ground. Yeah, so it should be known that when it comes to DECO, the person who should give the information, we have said it's Rachel. When it comes to the other entertainment for now, Bone has said he's still looking at that, but not transport. So if it was possible, we could ask another person just to be into the thinking about the issue of transport, because I know it's a big issue. We almost had the snag during the New York, convention. When we would see people like people are like, oh, we are not using the same transport, so who is going here? So, but if we begin early with a person on the ground, we'll advise and say, instead of maybe small cars, we can do this. Yeah, so for me, my main role this evening is to just capture who is for what, and then I will continue to get information from them when it comes to the general meeting to be able to answer.
I think we need like 2 people for transport, really, because it's a lot of work. No one can do just that for 3 days.
I want to suggest something. First of all, Florencia has volunteered to be on food, and she says she loves food, and I can vote for that.
I'm happy to work with her. She's very good at it.
Yeah, she specifically said she loves food. She loves food. Yeah. She said that. It's not; those are not my words. But I want to suggest one thing. Was it Bonnie on entertainment?
Yes.
Yeah, but he had questions. He says he still has questions.
Yeah, so my suggestion would be this. I have two points here, please. One is that Bonnie, get in touch with David, get in touch with Rahman. They are going to give you updates, and they will make your life way easy. That guy, who is the entertainer he's talking about? I forget his name again. He's a very good gentleman. He's one guy I've worked with. Sava. He's a very straightforward gentleman. Give him a call anytime he's going to answer. You can work with him, and he'll make your life very easy. And Rahman is way up to date on everything. Rahman is a music producer. Rahman is an artist himself. Rahman knows every artist, and he talks to all of them. So it's going to be easy for you as well. I'm not saying it's going to be. Maybe that's exaggeration, but still it's going to be easy because I've worked with all these people and it works. Now,
can I pitch a suggestion?
On the issue of transport, my request would be, David has always been, all the years I've known David, in NAMUCA, in UNA, in and other things that he doesn't want me to talk about here. He's good at coordinating transport. He's not going to be the one driving, but he pretty much knows how to move from point A to point B. So, and being a coordinator doesn't mean that he has to be local or he has to be the one driving. All he does is to know how to coordinate, and he has done that before. So I request David, just take that up. And this is not something which needs meetings. Okay. And just know when guests are coming at what time. And we have someone at the airport. And sometimes I think Sheraton has a shuttle. So just talk to people and say, okay, if you're at the airport, wait for shuttle number 72, and shuttle number 72 will be there and drop you at the hotel. And I think he knows how to do these things. So I request David takes that up. In addition to coordinating local business community, like he said, if I'm there, we can drive and go and see Ndiro. Okay. Ndiro is one guy I've talked to. So we can always go and see, and other people. So he can do that as well.
Thank you.
Bonnie had something to say.
Hold on, let me see. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Pretty much. Well, I think the chairman just covered what I was suggesting. Also, like we have a shuttle to. So we have all our guests in one place other than have small cars run around here and there. Second, my suggestion is is there any way, or basically what we should do is, let's have our local community leader come up with the list of the leaders of the main coordination group, and then distribute it to us. Let's say if you're on entertainment, they give us the contacts and say, work with so and so, this person and this person. Because personally, I don't know who to work with. I know you're saying 2 extra people. I don't know who they are. So same thing with the person in decoration. Okay, this is you. You work with so and so. So like we have those contacts, so we know who to talk to and when to talk to. So we don't have to wait for right now and start thinking of, oh, so and so talk to so and so, but who are they? You know.
I think I'm going
Okay.
to share that, Bonnie. I'm going to share that.
Thank you.
I will
And
share it with all of us.
Okay, can I say something, please? About decoration?
Go ahead.
Last meeting, we were talking about things like decoration, food, and we ended up saying that NAMCA, I don't know if it was a conclusion that NAMCA doesn't have the money to cater for the decoration, or it was just like, what if NAMCA doesn't have the money to cater for the decoration? So those are 2 things. So when you talk about decoration, are we looking for people whom we are going to pay? And if we are going to pay these people, how much are you allocating to decoration? And if we are not looking for people to pay, then should we look for volunteers? Those are my questions.
I think,
do you want to? Oh, sorry.
Mr. President,
Yes,
I do not want to steal you on this, but I want to emphasize the point that we have emphasized in every meeting. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe it comes out wrong, and we are trying to do this and get back on a platform where we can harvest money from investors. Guess David Alomere, like that coffee man, or someone. So right now, what we are doing is we are going in, sacrificing whatever we are collecting from people who are paying to come for the convention, who are paying memberships. Those are our only sources of income. Ke kulinga yuna kuti Museveni obana anasigning a check ye $100 or $1,000 or whatever. No, that's not happening with us. So, but that does not mean that if we are going to get something affordable and legitimate and good, we cannot squeeze and pay for the service. And it sends me back to my other point. Most decorators from outside. We'd rather sacrifice that little money and pay our own people to come and do this work. Like me, I would be very comfortable for us to sacrifice the check and write for Yaya Florencia to come and do the decoration. Other than Kumanekut Florencia eze akole bitu yabusa, she's trained, avugile mafuta, agulile vitu, akole binanu. And then, yet, if we had hired someone to come and do it, we would pay. So it goes back to my very point, like a quick quality from when the Mulimugat within ourselves. And then let's try to come up with budgets. Kadalonga my yaya wasaliro to call decoration. Woman to Zagula Vito, Binamala, Dola Bisatu, or Wazenga. You communicate to Ramota decoration, I'm taking over it, and it's my thing, and this is what I want to buy this and this and this. And then if you can afford whatever, you let us know. We'd rather give you that money than give it to an outsider. I don't know how you feel about it, President.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that,
some ideas.
The reason why I asked that, it helps me whom you're putting in that position to know what I'm doing. Because
exactly,
if I don't do anything, I'll go for somebody who is high end, you know? So
I think I have some idea about it, but if you allow me, I could guide there.
Okay, we need to close this meeting, but this
it
is what
is
I need
true,
to say.
as you said. Yes, it is true, as you're saying. We know Namuka is a charity. We are doing a lot of, offers and sacrifice. But I think the best response to Rachel, let's do survey, knowing that we don't have money. When we go in the higher meeting, I'm going to put it to the treasurer of Namuka that this is what the modest, sacrifice for decoration will be, because Rachel can actually arrange those things, but if they are not there, you can't. And Rachel, between you and me, I've also told you that we know several people here in the community whom we can contact and do for us modest job at the modest amount. We are not going to look at thousands, but we are looking at something maybe small. Maybe now in our survey, let's find out that maybe when we are doing the decoration, it will need maybe $20, and the treasurer knows.
Okay.
But don't just remain there saying Namuka is not having money, and yet we have to make things, move.
No, I didn't say Namuka has no money, but
You
that's
are not the one who said. That's what Paul said.
It's true. Let's get to the next agenda. Bomai, what was left on the agenda, cause we are going to make 2 hours.
Yeah. The most important thing which I expected in this meeting is to know. I talked about our readiness. It's really showing that we are all thinking about Namuka, and there are gaps David has brought out where we need to really now start doing things, not just talking. But one of the things that makes me, sometimes fear, which I want the members on the call to know, is, have we registered? Have we booked the
rooms? Yeah.
Because
that's
we are
a
many,
good point,
and when I report to the board that we are many and then we are 2, I feel a bit beaten.
Including me, myself, I'm guilty.
Yeah. Can we register? Can we book the hotel? Yeah. So that really baruma baru umweno omufuniyo holash uwampa akuna akubole. Nga be Chicago where who booking and nobody is booking the hotel. Let's sacrifice the 3 days, 2 days, and book. And what is interesting now, you can even book without money. Now, of course, by that time we are praying that we shall be able to pay the hotel on the 3 days. And when you're booking, you can even do for, double, so that you can share. The 135, you can share 2 people. This one I'm pleading because it was going to be funny for us to continue, planning when we have not booked. It is making me uncomfortable.
That is noted. And before I hand over to the president, because I need to get out of here, all the issues that have been highlighted, my Florence, you send me those minutes, then I'll share them with the secretary, and then we shall only share them with our committee local of Chicago. And then yes, could discuss now that we have some delegated duties. However, we are missing some, but let's and you concentrate on making things happen, and then let us know when we can come in to support. Yes, we're not with Kevin Kuzavrida. So this applies to almost everybody. Outside that, I don't know if there's something else we missed before the president can give us a last one.
Okay. Okay. So
the boat cruise, Papa David, how is the drive? Are you comfortable to do it? As you're doing, or we need some more tactics around it? Because the registering for the hotel, registering for the boat, registering for Namuka.
All the details for the boat cruise are out. All the links are out. All everybody has to do is just promote it, send it out.
And update the flyers.
Yeah.
With what? With the... is there something missing on the boat cruise flyer? Oh, sorry.
No, the flyer had the wrong hotel, I think.
Oh, the Namaka flyer.
Oh, those are different. Each flyer is independent.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
the
of
boat
course, even
freeze is
no, but
Okay,
we need. That's why I say like we need a Namuka fly. I don't know, like a Namuka new flyers, and then when we are sending them out, we send them both of them at the same time, and with all
Yeah,
the
that's
links.
what I would think, because I know we usually say, and after on Sunday evening, there's a boat
Yes.
cruise, and then we put the details of the cruise down. But I don't know how they're reorganizing it, but we'll see when the time comes in.
No, there's no time. There's no time. We just need that flyer.
Yeah, the
And,
flyer is going to be done by Florencia. That's what we mentioned.
Mr. President, could you please conclude the meeting?
I think Florencia was saying something.
Oh, okay. It was a quick one. I wanted to know, because all these things to know when you do, even to help Rachel when she's going to talk to those people about the decoration. Usually they want to know like how many people are you expecting, so they can charge you. So I don't know if we know how many people we're expecting. And I also had something like 2 things that we did not talk about. I know we mentioned it last time in the meeting about the kids, if we're going to have a room for them, and also about the activities for the youth. But I know time is gone, but just thought I would mention.
Those are very important aspects, but now we're running out of time. Can we give it 5 minutes to talk about it, members?
About what?
The kids and the youth.
My input on that is this: as
The
a
decoration we
member,
had mentioned.
It's decoration.
Let's finish.
Kunasaba kumanya ebugali bwe venue, and we know what bigger picture of the decoration we have. And if it is about the sitting arrangement, I think for now we agree that the quality sitting arrangement is about chikumi.
Okay.
So if we can decorate some tables that can take 4 people per table and then account for 100 people, that is something that we should be able to work with.
Okay, let's go.
Then Chebabana wanted to take on that obligation, but I need to be 100% sure that some parents are coming with their children, because in most cases, it's just a few of us. Never later van. Actually, my sons in New York had to go and find other places for hanging out. So, but we shall readdress it, yeah.
Okay. Okay, by the way, let's close. But
Rachel can advise. She's our in charge of children. Maybe she can advise.
Who?
Rachel.
Okay.
And at the hotel, we are familiar to this hotel with the children. Maybe she could say something. But what I know, when it comes to sleeping, definitely that's the role of the parent. But where we can have them, from what I saw during our Christmas party, there's a lot of space around, moving around with the children. But maybe now,
can I suggest,
we need to think about a side room for them.
Sorry to interject, Florence, but I know in a meeting we held in the second week of December, no, it was not December, it was much earlier than that. We specifically said Paul is going to be in charge of the youth. So that also covers the kids. I will leave that to Paul, since he's the chairperson is our chairperson, to work with. Now Florence has suggested Rachel is the in charge in the community, the local community for the children. We can hammer that out. So in conclusion, members, I'm happy that we've had this meeting. It gives us a good feeling of where we are and the missing link. And I'm glad that we are able to plug those holes. I know there's everything which might not go wrong. I mean, if you're looking for a reason to fail, there are more than reasons to succeed. the negative forces are more than the positive forces in human life. But the way, it's just the way it is. So let's just put our efforts together. Let's meet next weekend. Let's just do one thing at a time. Let's not make it complicated. Someone said that if you take a long time explaining something, then there's something wrong with it. If we take long, complicating answers, then there's something wrong. But the way I see it, looks like we have a convention. I want to thank Florence, I want to thank David, Rachel, Emma for coming around. Paul, thank you for organizing this, and all of us who have been able to attend. And if I'm going to be in Chicago over the weekend, or when I'm going to be in Chicago next weekend, let us meet and we make NAMCA great again. Let us hope to meet again sooner. Have a blessed one.
Thank you, President. Kalevale,
Thank you.
let's meet again. We shall keep in touch.